respect. But when it comes to being a man in themselves or a woman in themselves, then that is the culture that has been. And I think it's time for that culture evolve to something more collective, because we know that with one person you can only do much, but with so many others as a collective we can do much more. So we can look beyond what culture has said to say, what can we do to change this narrative? We can decide two people can come together, three, four, five, and create something that is magnanimous beyond our Nigerian's economy. And the truth of it is that if the Nigerian government can partner with individuals to create an opportunity for their resourcefulness to come to the fore, I think we'll thrive as a country. It's not about calling names. It's not about deciding, oh, this is from this tribe or that tribe. Is what can you do? What difference can you make within the community? And if it's something that is beneficial for all Nigerians, then we can actually see the opportunity. I think if we move beyond tribe and beyond sentiments, then we can actually glean from the resourcefulness of Igbo people. Because the truth is that they have a lot to offer. And the Igbo person also needs to understand that they have a lot to offer. And as a collective, they can actually do much more. But it's not something that is going to happen overnight, in an instant. It's going to be it took us a process to be where we are today. It's going to take a process for us to bring back that, and it will take one person being able to take that stand that yes, Igbo, whether through media, whether through what we continuously hear. Maybe we could begin some kind of campaign to help the Igbo people to understand that, look, I need you as a Nigerian, as an Igbo person, to bring all of your resourcefulness to the table. And if the governor or the government can partner, can begin to seek out, because there's so many Igbo people that are doing very well. If they could be brought into the system and we put aside our selfish intentions, because these are the things that cause us not to move forward. Greed, our sentiments. If we can put those things aside, we can see some economies. You take for example, the US economy is not an economy of just Americans. There are all kinds of Americans. There are people that are Asians, there are Indians, there are Mexicans, there are people from all over the world making it United States of America. If they said it was just about us, then there will not be the America that we're seeing today. The same thing with Canada, the same thing with Britain. These are places where other communities or other people have come together, have a sense of ownership, and working hard to make the economy of the nation great. And if we also adopt this concept of bringing all of our resourcefulness together as a nation and channeling it towards our economy, I mean, it will be awesome. Imagine the Aba that you mentioned earlier. Aba, what's the difference between Aba and China? All we need to do is to create an enabling environment to partner with some of these foreign companies, create the facilities that are needed. We have the manpower, we have the resources, we have people who are innovative. They just need to learn what you have to show them, and they will run with the vision. So if we create those kind of platforms, imagine what Aba will be raking in for Nigeria. If need to look in that direction and see beyond ourselves. Oh, because this person is not from my tribe then we will make progress. A lot of what we're going through as a country is because of all of these sentiments that we've put in place. Oh, the Igbo man is this. Oh, the Hausa man is this. Oh, the Yoruba man is this. Bring all of their resourcefulness, put it together, and watch Nigeria grow beyond where we are today.
Absolutely. I mean, you've kind of like summed it up really nicely. because again, as I said, I think I'm excited about where we took this conversation to, because again, it was just to paint a picture of, instead of focusing on the things that would not empower us. In all honesty, Norma, in all honesty, let us just say perhaps, an Igbo man, were to be, I don't know, I don't know what position to give them, but let's just say that maybe if we had a business development department in Nigeria, and it was headed by an Igbo man, and he kind of like, set it up across all the states. And so we have to make sure we produce what we consume. We do. I mean, a lot of things will change in the agricultural sector, even in clothing. Like, there's nothing you would touch today that, an Igbo man cannot do excellently well. And I know other tribes are doing well, but the reason we actually chose the Igbo tribe today was also because of the conversation that was raised, the open letter that was written to the president, right? Let's start to really, truly practice, what's it called, inclusion. Let's not say it within our national anthem or our pledges, right? If we say we are one, if we say we are Nigerians, then let us give everybody a sense of belonging, a sense of we are together in this, as opposed what we have every day fighting here and there. But hey, I mean, I don't know, Norma, do you have anything else to add to the conversation as we're trying to wrap up for the day?
Yeah, it's the fact that I mean, tell me any other Nigerian that is that adaptable. There's okay, there was this, just in form of a joke. There was someone who went for some kind of exam, foreign exam, and made it to the top three or something, and then he was the other two, they were asked questions and they failed, and and it was remaining this Igbo man, and then he was asked this question and he just blotted, oh, hey, in Igbo he said, oh my goodness, I can't remember the answer. And then the person who was interviewing him said, oh, are you Igbo? And he said, yes. I want one negi, and that was it. He got the job. I'm just saying that to actually say that the truth of it is that the Igbo person is adaptable. And some of these traits that we might undermine are actually things that need to be studied and to be used for our benefit. The adaptability of the Igbo person helps him to navigate. There's no part of Nigeria that you will not find an Igbo person. And the moment they show up, they bring up the economy, they bring in businesses, they find, what can I do? If it's selling sand, if it's
Literally
building
anything.
they are immediately, they want to find out what is the most pertinent need in that area and how can I plug in. Now that is a very strategic tactic for survival, because when you are the kind of person that can always profile solutions in difficult situation, and there's no difficult situation that you will not see an Igbo man finding a way out of it. So these are things we need to plug into our system, whether it's in the north or in the east or in the west. What are the things that are the need in this state? For example, if you're a governor, if you're a local government chairman, what are the needs that we have in our local government? What are the needs that we have in our state government? And how can we use, who are the people that have the resources? Negotiate, find out, have conversations. How can this be a win-win for us? You have the business, we have the problem, we find a way to bridge the gap, and then everybody goes home. We have solved our problem, and you go home with what the value that you be based on the benefits of the value that you have created. Then these are things that look at the East is, let me just bring this up right now that we have the opportunity. The East is, even though the Igbo people are resourceful, but East is one of the areas that has suffered the most in terms of governance. The, the the state governments have been selfish on so many levels and haven't developed the Igbo states to the point where people can actually see the value. So a lot of the individualism comes to the fore, where people have to leave the Igbo nations to go to other areas where they have the capacity to be able to develop. So imagine that we even had the opportunity to bring these people back to the
east,
the Igbo, to the east, to create this same value, create the kind of enabling environment that will help the Igbo people to thrive within the East. There will be a lot of difference.
Wow.
We're making a difference everywhere else that we go but our own land. And that is a problem.
That is so sad.
Because there's no other place that we have than
but our land.
Our own land. If we are chased from the north, we were chased from the west, they say, go back to your place. We are still going to come back to the east. So why not we create that or use what we have and begin to develop it?
Wow.
State government or state governors need to have a turnaround in their mindset
towards development. Thank you so much, Norma. Unfortunately, we ran out of time. We thought we had a lot of time to have this conversation, but we ran out of time. But thank you again, Norma. I mean, these points you just made lastly, they are quite very powerful. Honestly, we just need to wake up. That's all I would say. All right, so if you missed our quote for today, again, here it is. It says, diversity is a fact, but inclusion is a choice. We make every day. It's a choice to make every day. As leaders, we have to put out the message that we embrace and not just tolerate diversity. Now, ensure you follow us across all social media handles, like, share, and invite your families and friends to watch and follow the conversation. If you missed our quote for today, here it is. Oh, that's it. We'll see you guys on Monday.